Are you cruise ready for 2022? We are so ready.
I'm ready.
Let's talk about that today.
Let's do it.
Well, hi, I'm Terry with Next Wave Cruising.
I'm Rich with Next Wave Cruising.
And what we really want to talk to you about is being cruise ready for 2022 in terms of what are the priorities for cruising. And I think as we planned it out, our priorities and what we're going to focus on in 2022 is not the same as what we did on our 6 cruises in 2021.
That's right.
We are going to take this in a new direction.
We're going to cruise. But
we are cruising.
Yep.
And soon. We cannot wait to get back out, and we wanted to share with you what's on our plan.
Sure.
So I think I can kind of summarize it in a few different areas. One is destinations. People who watched our videos and saw our episodes last year know that we cruised 6 times. We chose to go to ports close to home here in Florida. And for the most part, we were in the Bahamas or in the Western Caribbean. Some of them were short getaways, 4 nights at a time, 2 nights at a time. I think our longest cruise was the 10-day cruise we went on to the Southern Caribbean.
Right.
And this year we want to really mix that up.
Right. We're ready to branch out a little bit more and move away from the Caribbean, but we're still going to go to the Caribbean.
In a little different way.
Right.
But we loved Mexico. We had a great time, and the days at sea, very peaceful. Belize, we were in that direction. But in 2022, we're going to focus our Caribbean sailing on the Eastern Caribbean and Southern Caribbean, which will get us to some new destinations and destinations we haven't been to sometime in like 20 years.
Yes, it's been a long time. So
for some of those.
They're probably missing me, so we have to
they
get
are.
back.
We have to.
Yeah.
And maybe you can get to do some of your favorite Caribbean excursions.
Oh, yes.
Like
I hope
sailing.
So. Sailing, yeah. My favorite excursion of all time is in St. Martin.
That's right. Yeah. You've done the sailing that is like on the former America's Cup.
They are the former America's Cup racing sailboats that you get to go on and man. You can do as much as you want or as little as you want. If you want to get out there and work the grinders and work the sails, and people are obviously there to help you if you just want to go.
For us, it's going to be revisiting and branching out to new destinations that way, still with some trips out of Florida, which is so convenient, and we love to share that with folks. The other thing is we are in general doing longer trips. We're going to talk a little bit more about them. And the other focus we have is 2 E's, Europe and expeditions.
Yes. Wow.
So that's a big deal. Let's talk about Europe first. How are we going to get to Europe?
Well, there was this one afternoon when all of a sudden I hear the printer going, and there's luggage tags are popping out again, and Terry found a way to get us to go on another river cruise, which we haven't been to in a while. And river cruising is just amazing. It's so different than ocean cruising, and it's so much fun. And to be able to stop in these little towns and just sail along the river instead of a big ocean. It's really a lot of fun to do.
A wonderful experience. So this year in the spring, you'll see that we're heading out to Europe and we're going to France. We're going to be sailing on the Rhone River in the Provence area in southern France, heading north, and we'll be able to report back to you not too far out into the future about how that adventure goes. So that'll be our first international cruise since the restart of cruising operations. We're going to take you with us. You'll see how we do with our air travel. You'll see how we do when we are moving from our hotels to our ships in the river environment, and just what it's like to experience that really lovely cruise environment. And for us this time it will be on AmaWaterways, which is an absolutely premier cruising line that is all on the rivers in Europe, but in particular we're going to be with them on the Rhone. So can't wait for that. But that's not all.
I'm looking forward to that because you were showing me the cabins on that AmaWaterway river boat, and I just can't wait to get on there.
That's right.
It's a really beautiful ship.
Well, we'll take everybody along, and we'll be doing our stateroom tours and the public facilities as well as a lot of destination video as well. So keep an eye out for that coming up this spring. Now, we talked not only about Europe, but also about expeditions.
Right.
And two of the big things for us this year are to go on cruise tours, which is a combination of the land and the cruise, which
Right.
some people have experienced, and we have to get back to that. So one is a favorite destination that, again, we haven't been to for a while.
Right. Yeah. I mean, we've been there a couple of times, but this time we're really going to get a little bit farther into it, and that's going to be an Alaska land and sea tour.
Absolutely. Now, you can do those two ways. You can take the cruise and then do a land portion, or you can do your land portion and then get on the cruise, relax, and sort of sail back. And that's
Right.
the way we're going to do it.
Right.
We'll be flying to Alaska. We'll be doing the dome top train. We'll be doing a number of adventures, including getting up into Denali, the national park and the highest peak, and bringing back, I think, a lot of great photographs and video. You're looking forward to bringing
Oh,
your
yes.
photography equipment for
Yep.
all the wildlife and just the beauty and the expansiveness of Alaska. And doing that with a one-way, what they would call an open jaw sailing, is going to be different. We've done Alaska as Seattle, 7 days out and back to Seattle, which was great fun. We've done it multiple times, but now we're going to do that land and then sea portion.
Right.
And if I have a recommendation for people, it is to think about doing your land portion first. You're using a lot of energy, you're getting a lot done. It takes, kind of that beginning of the vacation excitement that you have, puts it to good work. And once you've done all of that, you really appreciate the relaxation and just the gorgeous terrain going by and the excursions that you can do as part of your cruise.
Right.
We're going to do that with Celebrity Cruises on the Celebrity Millennium,
Right.
which is a perennial favorite up in Alaska.
It is. I've already picked out my excursions for photography options, so I'm looking forward to that.
That's going to be a lot of fun. And yet, that's only one of two big expedition cruise tours we're going to take in 2022.
But wait, there's more.
That's right. Toward the end of the year, we have a big group that we put together that's going to the Galapagos Islands. So if you're ready to see what's happening on an all-suite expedition made for destination ship, in our case it'll be the Celebrity Flora, with naturalists on board and all kinds of opportunities to visit the wildlife and the beautiful terrain in the Galapagos, then you're going to want to stay tuned for our preparations for that trip, and then when we go on that trip later in 2022. That's a big bucket list one for me.
It sure is.
How about for you?
I can't wait. I'm going to need extra SD cards and batteries, and I'm not done packing yet. So.
I think I've seen you already starting to pre-pack your photo equipment.
I have. I got to see
Practicing.
what weighs what, and so they can get pretty restrictive on weights when you start traveling international. Especially when you start talking about overhead compartments and then smaller planes. So you got to really know how you're going to pack.
Well, we're going to be able to chronicle that as we go. We'll let you know what works and what doesn't and what we learn. But that's going to be an absolutely amazing trip. What a bookend to the Alaska cruise tour in the first half of the year,
Right.
and a Galapagos cruise tour
At the
end of the year.
Right.
Can't wait.
Yep.
And yet, even that's not all.
That's
We're
not all.
also going to explore new ships. Some of that is ships that are new to us.
Right.
I don't think we're going to go on the same ship this year that we've ever been on before,
That's
right? Every single one will be new for us.
Every single ship is going to be a ship that we have never been on before.
So we'll be able again to bring feedback and stateroom tours and experiential feedback about just how we get along on all of those. And included in that is not only new to us, but an absolutely brand new ship that I think a lot of our viewers and our listeners are really excited about, and that is the new Celebrity Beyond.
And there's a lot to be
Cannot
excited
wait.
about. Oh my goodness, what a ship.
That's right. So we're going to head into the Eastern Caribbean on the Celebrity Beyond with Captain Kate. When the Beyond is done with its early season, including being over in Europe, they're going to come back over to North America later in the year. And so in the second half of 2022, we have our booking already set to get on the Beyond. And there's just so much to enjoy about those Edge series ships.
My favorite.
Absolutely. We have shown you some of what we experienced on the Celebrity Apex recently, and I don't want you to leave this video without going to this upper right-hand corner and clicking the next video, which is our episode that is about the improvements and expansion of the Celebrity Edge series of ships.
What's coming? There's
What's
more
coming?
ships coming. After the Beyond, there's even more Beyond the Beyond.
Beyond the Beyond. So don't miss. Take a look at that one right now.